Hello and welcome to this tutorial for the game Furnace. It has a lot of icons to learn, but other than that, it's quite simple to understand. So, let's get to it. You are going to play 4 rounds and then the game is over. The player that has the most money at the end wins the game. That's it. First, what is a round? Each round is 2 steps. Step 1. Put out new cards from this deck, and then every player can bid on them. Step 2. Take the cards that you bid the most on, and then get everything that is on those cards, plus the ones you already had in your own area. So again, each round is getting new cards and then using all the cards you have in front of you. Let me go back and more into detail. Step 1. At the start of each round, you put out new cards from this deck. You keep them with this side up, not this other side. To make sure players don't know which card is coming next, you first put the top card back in the deck and then shuffle it. And then you place them on the table. If you're with 2 players, then you display 6 cards. With 3 people, you use 7 cards. And with 4 players, you put out 8 cards. Now, starting with the first player, each player takes one of their own discs and places it on the cards. This is bidding. At the end of the round, you look at who bid the most on each card, and then that player gets to take that card. There are only 2 rules for this. There can never be the same number on one card. So if I put my token with the number 4 on here, no other player is allowed to put their number 4 here. And the other rule is, you can't put more than one of your own discs on the same card. So if my number 4 is here, I can't also place my number 1 here. That's it. You go around the table one by one, placing one of your own discs on the cards. When every player has put down all their discs, the bidding is over, and you see who gets to take which cards. Go from left to right. But if you bid on a card and did not win it, then you get a compensation. That's what this icon at the top of each card is for. Every player who placed their disc on this card and lost the bid gets this compensation. You can either take something from the supply, or maybe it's possible you can do something with the resources you already have. If the card says you have to take something, then you must do that. If the card says you have to process something, then that's optional. There's even more to this. If I placed my disc with the number 3 on this card, but I didn't win the bid, then I can take this resource from the supply, and because I used my number 3, I get compensated 3 times. I can take 3 of these resources. In case a card says you can process something, I can process it 3 times if I want. That's the end of step 1. Step 2 of each round is something that each player can do for themselves. It doesn't go in turn order, and of course you have to trust the other players that they're playing fair. If you win by cheating, you didn't really win. So, you got to take at least 1 new card. You take everything into your own area and place it here. And now you get to use every single card that is there in your own area. Not just the new card, but also all the cards that you took in previous rounds. If a card says you have to take something from the supply, you have to take it. If a card says you can turn some of the resources into something else, then that is optional. But you can only do it now. You can't save it up for the next round. You could slide each card up a bit to remind yourself that you've already used it this round. If you see a card that shows this icon, that means you get to take this upgrade token from the supply. You can spend the upgrade token to flip over one of your cards to the other side. Then you'll get the same as you got before, plus something extra. When every player has taken everything they're supposed to take, and done everything they chose to do, then this part of the round is over. Then you either go to the next round, or if this was round number 4, then the game is over and you see who has the most money. That player is the winner. And that's it. This is how you play Fairness. In case something that's on a card isn't clear, just ask the other players or check the rulebook. In case you're playing with 2 players, please check the rulebook for how things go a little differently. I hope you feel like you get how this game goes and that you'll enjoy it when you play it. Thank you for watching, feel free to leave a comment, and see you for the next one.